I'm going to get back to really leading in the way that I know how.
Trubisky looking to throw to the end zone. Pass snared at the goal line. Intercepted.
Pressure. Lofts it over the left side into the end zone.
So, yeah, tunnel vision, earmuffs, and just come to work every day and try to get better and get back to what we know we're capable of doing.
That is some music. That is some score under that. Ooh, not looking good.
What can we do?
Tough week for Mitchell Trubisky and those Bears. There's a lot of questions surrounding the quarterback in Chicago as they head into their Week 12 matchup against the Giants. And with more on the Bears side of things, here's our very own Stacey Dales.
Good morning, Kay. There are more questions for Matt Nagy and the Chicago Bears this week on the heels of Sunday's loss to the Rams, in which we saw quarterback Mitch Trubisky leave very late in that game, just about 3.5 minutes to go, in favor of backup Chase Daniel, due to what we now know is the hip pointer. Matt Nagy said this week he will be day-to-day moving forward, but I specifically asked number 10, what does a hip pointer feel like?
It's above the hip. So it's like getting a Charlie horse or a dead leg on the quad, except it's above that area, and it's just it just makes your whole body tight, running, and then obviously throwing when you got to pull your right hip through. That motion just doesn't feel comfortable.
We want him out there to be our starter and to be playing. That's what we want. And then so how do we get to that point? And we're going to do everything we can to get him right so he is a starter.
Again, Nagy says Trubisky will be day-to-day moving forward, but when asked if Trubisky gives this team the best chance to win, he said, absolutely. We've put in too much time, energy, and hard work to get to where we're at right now.
Tough spot. Thanks so much, Stacey. We know the Bears need to step up their game this week. They certainly need to fuel their hustle, but that is our questions presented to us by our friends at Oikos 000. Who else needs to fuel their hustle in Week 12?
Let's jump right into it.
Okay.
I want to talk about these Dallas Cowboys and not Dak Prescott, all right? The running back.
Who you got?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Sure.
The Cowboys are 20-4 when he rushes for 100-plus yards, okay?
Sounds good to me.
So with that said, it sounds good to me too, Kyle. With that said, what game this year did the Patriots get punched in the mouth? And why is there a direct correlation between this game and that one? Let's look at the Ravens game.
Ravens flock.
In that game, Mark Ingram rushes for 115 yards. Of course, Lamar Jackson, he also got in the end zone and rushed for 2 touchdowns. But the point I'm trying to make right here is if the Cowboys want to win this game, it's not just on Dak Prescott. It's not just on the pass catchers. Zeke, go ahead and have yourself a game. You're averaging, what, around 70, 80 yards this year? The fewest in your career? Come on, let's feed the Zeke. What did Jerry Jones say? I'm surprised we're not giving the ball more. Well, you know what? Jason Garrett, my guy, offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore. Sorry, I played with
Get him the ball.
Get him the ball. If he rushes for over 100 yards and Dak Prescott takes care of the ball, they'll have a chance to beat the Patriots.
We haven't seen that spoon in a while, right? Let's go. I mean, that fuel is supposed to be full of Oikos.
Is this the team it happens, though? The number 1 rush defense in the league? I don't know, man. We'll see. I know they need them. I don't know if this is the time it happens, though. They didn't get it against Detroit. I'm not sure it's going to happen against New England.
Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
They're a little different than the Cowboys. What do you got?
Cleveland versus Miami this weekend. We got to talk about Nick Chubb.
Okay.
All right? I got to credit the Browns social media. A few weeks ago, they did a hilarious thing where they said, here's the best of Nick Chubb mic'd up. And they mic'd him up for the whole game. And it was a 3-minute clip of him just running the ball and saying absolutely nothing. Just full silence. Like
sound effects?
Because it's all business. There was no sound bites, no nothing. But there's a few issues with him here. We do a segment on Tuesdays that's called Angry Runs. And the person who does the most physically dominant run, they get a crown. Kay Adams to my left, that is the crown, and we send it out every single week. And every single week, the player who wins it sends us back a picture, they send us back a video. Name your guy across the league. Kittle from the Niners. Royce Kittle has sent us a crown picture. He was very fired up to wear it. He's got the crown on his head.
Look at him.
Duke Johnson sent us a fantastic one during his bye week. He was on vacation, chilling.
Is it the Sizzler? I love that.
Do you want to see Nick Chubb's picture? This is the standing picture we have from Nick Chubb, guys. That's it. The only player in the history of the segment to not send a picture, and I'm really hoping he does. Sometimes when you see the missing file, though, you got to just click refresh a few times, right? If you can refresh it enough times, hopefully eventually something will come in, and you get the picture, and Nick Chubb He did it! He dropped in with the pick. Yesterday late, guys, he said, no disrespect, I just see a lot of crazy stuff online. I don't know really what it was. please say hi to everybody at the table. I'm thrilled to wear the crown. So the streak continues. Everyone has. And we say for the Browns right now, they have a pulse. They are alive. The beating heart of that team is Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt, nice piece that they added. Baker, blah, 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 get him a lemonade. It is Nick Chubb. If they are going to go through the playoffs, through Miami first, it is going to be Nick Chubb getting crown after crown and being their beating heart. Nick Chubb, we love you on this show. Now go get him.
Yeah, Nick Chubb, thanks, bro.
Right?
Appreciate
You were a little, Nate, you were a little bothered.
I was in my feelings, Nick, because so many other
But
players.
it's all business, though.
Yeah, it's all business. But I appreciate you looking out for us, man.
Yes.
Keep doing your thing. Big fans of you.
We love that. So game day is sending me to Philadelphia this Sunday.
Okay.
So I'll get to be there tailgating. It's a great game. It should be a great game with the Seahawks coming to town, but I've about had it with Eagles fans and their protection of their quarterback. Listen, I get it. Big drops. Big injuries, but big facts are that Carson Wentz has an accuracy issue this year. 61-point-something%. He's right there in the bottom part of the league. He's not doing it accuracy style. I know he doesn't have maybe his best receivers. I know Deshaun Jackson isn't out there. I know, he's got to get it going without Jeffrey, but he has to take ownership. You get paid all that money because it comes on you, and you still have one of the better offensive lines in the National Football League. Your defense certainly came to play against Tom Brady. It's almost worse that the defense is sort of taking form and getting healthier when the offense is sputtering. Since week 6, they are the 6th worst scoring offense in the league. At some point, Wentz has to stand up, take some criticism, and correct it. You got Russell Wilson marching into town wanting that MVP. You had an MVP season in 2017 before you got hurt and your team won the Super Bowl. There's a headline, I saw this morning on the Inquirer in Philadelphia. These are the kind of things, they're questioning the trust between him and his receivers. This is actually an actual headline in week 12. Is the ghost of Nick Foles haunting Carson Wentz? This is a conversation we're having 12 weeks into the season. No, we shouldn't be having it. You are an incredibly talented team, roster top to bottom, with an MVP caliber quarterback. Get it done against Seattle.
Get it done.
That's it, Carson. He had a great Monday night game a couple years ago in Seattle during that MVP season where he showed everyone, like, I can do it against Russell. He's got to do it at home now. The team needs him. 2 weeks ago, the 49ers lost a Monday night game to the Seahawks, and their wide receiver group was atrocious. They dropped 9 balls, and many of them in big spots, causing turnovers and really keeping Seattle alive. Last week, that team rebounded, and the wide receiver group leaned on one guy, and that was Deebo Samuel. If you didn't see the Deebo Samuel catch, Nate highlighted it in toe drag swag. I think we need to see it again one more time. Here's Jimmy Garoppolo. He's throwing the ball to Deebo here, but watch the next one. Watch the next catch he has along the sideline.
And a lot of them.
It's one of the really impressive ones that you're going to get. Here we go. Here's Deebo Samuel. Makes the play. Bumble ball. Now catch. Watch this, though. Watch it one more time. Off the helmet. Off the back. Catches the ball. Stays in bounds and keeps his feet in bounds. It's incredible. Now, what you might not have seen was the reaction from our guy right here, and that's K'Wan Williams. Of course, there's a label over his face, but I'm telling you guys, I promise he was very surprised. All right, the 49ers wide receivers, they need to play better, and let's see if the 49ers can do well against the Packers.
Debo's a beast, bro. Debo's a beast.
Don't you feel like everyone is so caught up in making their Friday jokes about Debo that they're not really paying attention? There's a lot of tiny list of references.
He had 8 catches, 134 yards last week. He's got a shoulder injury. Someone of the Niners receivers group needs to step up. They've got some really good, tough competition.
But that's why I love what they're doing, right? That's my answer to Eagles fans who were like, but they have Aguilar and he's hurt and they're afraid of no receivers. They have no depth at receiver. Look over to the Bay Area and see what Shanahan and Garoppolo are doing with guys like Dwelly, guys who have little experience, little chemistry with
Kendrick Bourne,
Kittle.
Dante Pettis. Like, these are not guys that
Respectfully, though, the best receivers in the NFL are in Minnesota.
Hey!
There's no argument. That's why I'm wearing purple.